Come sit. Come here, sit. 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 Good girl. Hello, my name is Trey Ratcliffe, and I wanted to make a special commencement here for the Arcanum. And then after I say a few words, I'll show you my 3 favorite features of the Arcanum. So maybe you're watching this because you're a new apprentice in the Arcanum, and that means you were just selected by a master. Well, congratulations. That is no small feat. That's a fairly major thing because your master literally had to go through thousands of applications to pick yours out. So you must have done something special in there. You must have written something special, and in the application part of it, you might have uploaded some thumbnails or linked to a portfolio that really spoke to them. Either way, this is really cool, so I'm happy that you're in here. We're building this thing together, and so one thing that we humbly ask for is your feedback. This is truly an organic, bottoms-up design, and we think that connecting minds and hearts together will create a very personal and transcendent learning experience for you. We've already heard some great stories from apprentices and masters about how life-changing this can be, and we think that the kind of energy you put into this will yield the same results for you. Not only will you learn a lot from your master, but you'll also get a ton out of your fellow apprentices. Every master sets up a good condition for learning inside of their cohort, and together you'll work on challenges and various creative processes so that you can really find that creative self from within. And you'll truly get out of this what you put into it. So I'm here to challenge you to put everything into it. So I think that life is about many things, but one of the things it's most assuredly about is life is about the constant recreation of yourself. And so we've designed the Arcanum and the leveling system to push you into these creative directions, to make you go in bold directions that you might not otherwise have found on your own. And since life is about the constant recreation of yourself, all of the time you spend in the Arcanum is time spent on you. And I don't think you'll be surprised after you get in there. You get into your cohort and you start contributing. You'll see that all the energy you put into it comes back to you tenfold. This thing is going to be awesome. All right, so I want to thank you again. I want to thank you for being in the Arcanum, being part of it. I want to thank you for believing in us. I want to thank you for believing in each other. And I want to thank the team so much. It's just unbelievable what these guys are building. All right, so to show you some of this stuff that we're building, I'm going to jump over into my little studio now and show you my 3 favorite things about the Arcanum. Okay, let's get started with the first feature. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you log in as a master, and you can kind of see what your various apprentices are up to. But I especially want to show you the apprentice selection process, because this shows what your master went through to choose you and all the other apprentices. So what they did is they went down here to an open slot. This is sort of my fake cohort, right? This is real data. But I can go select a new apprentice here, and this pulls up this special dialog where you can see all the various apprentices that are in the system, or at least a certain subset of them. And you can scroll through and see all of their various information. And every one of them also has like additional information. You can click right here, and you can see it just scrolls down. Here, Dr. Sassi just wrote a small tome there. And there's samples of the art over here, which are always really cool and interesting to look at. I mean, it's just some beautiful stuff. I get lost in here. I go through here and just look at all these different applications, and I think, oh my God, look at all this stuff. So interesting. Anyway, I'll get stuck in here once again. But it's completely customizable. And you can search for keywords. You can search for words like macro. You can filter by discipline. You can look at aerial photography, just people that signed up for that, or at least check that box. You can look at all kinds of stuff. You can look at country. You can look at just other masters that have signed up, so on and so forth. It is unbelievable. It's so cool. You can even go through and rank people. Wait, don't ignore that. I've just kind of been randomly clicking around here. But yeah, so anyway, this is one of my coolest favorite things about the Arcanum. Okay, next. The next thing has to be the Grand Library. This thing is mega sweet. The neatest thing about it, I think, is that there's constantly new critiques coming in, because one thing we do at the Arcanum is there's a critique with your master every 5 levels. And so, since the masters are constantly having people run up against these levels, level 4, level 9, so on and so forth, they're sharing their critiques live here with everybody else. And so you can always click in and start watching it. And I don't know about you, but I could just sit here and watch critiques all day long.
All right, we are live.
All right, Verena, we are live. Yeah, so it's kind of cool because she'll sit there and you can fast forward and hear all the various pieces of feedback. I mean, it's just fantastic. Just fantastic. I learn a lot from watching critiques, so hopefully you do too. The other kind of thing you'll see, let me go back to the overall level, to the Grand Library, is you'll see all kinds of other teaching disciplines. Like, for example, I just uploaded a video from behind the scenes. You can look at just landscapey videos. Let's go see here. Let's go at the landscape videos. You can check those out. Oh, I gotta hit search, I'm sorry. 148 landscapey type videos. A lot of critique stuff in here as well. But yeah, you'll have a great time goofing around in here and finding good stuff. All right, and more features are coming to this all the time, by the way. By the time you see this and actually use it, it might have all these cool new features in here that we're putting in. And also here, when you start submitting videos, let's say that maybe you end up becoming a master someday, you have your own My Video section where you can upload your videos. You see, I've personally put in about 24 so far, and more on the way. All right, and the next new feature I want to show you is what happens inside the communities, because this is where a lot of the action and magic really takes place. Let's look at Ron's here. Okay, you can see that there's all kinds of activity, and he's done a great job in creating this amazing environment for learning and sharing. And you'll notice how so many of these apprentices are kind of commenting on one another's photos and giving feedback, and they're all working on challenges together and this sort of thing. So it's really exciting. We can pop over here to Verena's and see what she has going on. So cool. I'll show you mine here. I'll kind of show you one of the cool features, I think. So basically what happens is I have a different situation here for different category for every level. And one of my favorite levels happens at level 7. This is, every master gets to do it themselves. We kind of provide a very basic skeleton framework for them, but they get to kind of make all these their own. And for my challenge, I had people come up with at least 3 different artists that inspire them and at least 10 different photos. So as you go through here, you see all this amazing work. You kind of see where people get inspired from. Absolutely incredible. This is actually one of the only challenges where you don't post your own work and you don't give feedback on each other's work and this sort of thing. But I think it's just fantastic, and it's so great to get inspired by so many great artists out there. And we're seeing so many pop up and get amazing training and amazing creativity coming out of the Arcanum. So we're really excited to see what you guys do. All right, well, I'll close it off right there. Those are my 3 favorite features of the Arcanum. There's so many more, but I just wanted to give you a little amuse-bouche there. All right, well, have fun, and I will see you soon.